Your last name carries a lot of weight. Do you think in some ways you owe the kind of start that you get to your very famous father?
Definitely owe it to him, but after that, it's going to be my hard work.
This is Manjusha Radhakrishnan from Gulf News. I'm here in conversation with Khatija Rahman. She is the daughter of A.R. Rahman, and on Sunday, she's going to release her single, and it's called Farishto. Perhaps she can tell us more about it. Khatija, thank you so much for speaking to us. Perhaps you can tell us about your new single that's going to release this Sunday.
Thank you so much, Manjusha. The audio Hindi releases on 25th on major streaming platforms, and the animated video releases much later. The song also comes in Tamil. Basically, we went for animation because we felt we wanted to try something different, and lockdown, we had a lot of time with us. Yeah. As in to discuss ideas, and all of us were together. Otherwise, it's like each in one corner. We watched a lot of Miyazaki's movies during the lockdown, so it was really interesting, and I love animation, especially these Disney films. Animation is something which is relatable and likable for children and adults because we all want to live in a fantasy. This is about women's empowerment, something I strongly believe in. I really enjoyed working in this. It's just like a reflection of what I kind of believe in. It's a lot about my life, how I have accepted people from different walks of life.
I love the theme actually of women empowerment. I think it's a very relevant theme. I don't think it ever gets dated. The more you talk about it, the more it triggers dialogue. Was that one of the reasons why? Was it your personal experience of perhaps a repression that you felt perhaps in society or by people making comments on the way you should live or how you should be emboldened, empowered? So what made you choose this powerful theme?
Honestly, we didn't plan it that way. It just shaped. We were focusing on more of the magic elements and things, but then as we shaped, it just happened, I would say. But thankfully, it's all the things which I believe in which has happened.
Do you believe that as well? COVID, in a weird way, is a great fertile ground for creative artists such as you.
It gives you more time to spend with your craft. There's no concerts, so there was a lot of reflections and learnings.
Farishto means angel, of course. Who has been the angel in your, for everyone, there must be some power or angelic presence in your life. Who would you credit that to?
Actually, a lot of people. I'll be lying if I just say just one person. So right from my teachers, my school, college teachers, or my music teachers, and my family, my parents, and a lot of women who have supported me. It doesn't just stop with it. I think it's forever, for life. We meet a lot of lovely angels.
Your last name carries a lot of weight. Do you think in some ways you owe the kind of start that you get to your very famous father?
Definitely owe it to him, but after that it's going to be my hard work. Meaning, just with the name, nothing can be done. It might give some placement or make it easy or whatever, but after that it's only the work which will speak, is what I believe.
We live in a world where all these music videos that my daughter watches, for instance, be it Western or Eastern, they're quite graphic and sexualized, even the pop stars, etc. How can your voice be heard, or how difficult do you think of that as a challenge to reach the younger generation through, people employ a lot of things in a video to titillate them. You don't use that as a clutch. It's your music that should speak, right? And yes, animation to a large extent. So do you think that's a challenge?
I don't see it as a challenge. I think the most important and sometimes tough thing is keeping your identity and not wanting to fit in. It's not that I have changed my identity to be accepted, whether on social media or anything, and I don't see anything changing. A lot of them, I still get the love and support, so thankfully it's not challenging. And I think if the message is true, it'll definitely reach. Yeah, I mean, you're right. A lot of those elements are added, for people to watch, prompters, but that's not the kind of way I would want to communicate or grab someone's attention. Everything has its own pros and cons, I would say.
What's your identity that you are seeking to build? Because you're very new, so you have the power to shape your own identity. So what kind of identity as a musician and a pop cultural personality do you want to project?
I want my art to speak for the causes I believe in. Thankfully, all the kind of projects I've been getting has been that way. I have not chosen it that way, but maybe the universe has heard it and that's what has been happening. So, and I want to heal people. I don't want it to be just a song. Generally, like, okay, it's a song I've sung, but it should touch people. I hope I'm of some solace to someone who's in pain.
You did have a very conventional debut, singing debut with Indiran, the robot song. I remember hearing it. And then there was a sabbatical, a self-imposed sabbatical. And then you came back. Is there a reason why you're reinventing yourself now and you decided not to go the commercial movie, which talks to a lot of people? The movie is releasing, there's a song, easier to get attention.
No, so I have sung for a commercial project, but I'm not sure if it will release or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not choose or select it, but somehow, as I say, I have not planned anything except to learn singing. But whatever is happening is it's just happening. I did not choose that. I did not say that I'll not sing for movies or reject any offers, as long as the song is meaningful and not indecent or abuses women. Those kind of things I wouldn't do. Whatever is happening, I'm just going with the flow.